Halo,
Oh, baik, selamat
hai,
siang.
halo.
Baik, selamat siang Bapak Ibu. Perkenalkan saya Nurma, MC dalam kegiatan workshop yang kali ini. Kita masih menunggu peserta lainnya akan hadir bersama kita. Mohon bersabar dulu. Acara akan kita mulai sebentar lagi.
Abilities in many fields. However, training LLMs using a cloud platform makes your data accessible to platform providers, compromising your data privacy, and also with increasing amount of investments over time. To avoid making your data vulnerable, you could bypass the cloud and deploy your very own LLM training servers on premises. But this leads to another issue. An LLM model may require tens or even hundreds of billions of parameters to provide high-quality responses. That requires a serious number of graphics cards to accommodate. And as we all know, graphics cards are expensive. Existing premium solutions can cost up to millions of dollars. This financial barrier poses a significant obstacle for small and medium businesses, researchers, and diverse organizations looking to maximize the benefits of fine-tuned LLMs. The high costs can create financial strains and hinder people's capability for innovation and staying competitive in their respective fields. If we look at the technical side of things, what really drives the cost is the memory inside the cards called high bandwidth memory. HBM offers superior transmission bandwidth and performance, making it excellent for fast-paced caching transactions, but when it comes to models with billions of parameters, the dollar per gigabyte costs can really hurt. The amount of HBM many businesses and organizations can feasibly afford simply isn't enough to achieve high-level LLM fine-tuning with tens of billions of parameter counts. That's why Phison is introducing its aiDAPTIV Plus technology to help you scale your LLM training boundaries without increasing your budget. With aiDAPTIV Plus technology, Phison replaces costly HBM with adaptive cache, powered by the company's enterprise solutions brand Pascari. With Phison's proprietary middleware Adaptive Link, the GPU works with the HBM and adaptive cache seamlessly to provide optimal caching and storage capabilities. The adaptive cache effectively alleviates the burden on the HBM by storing the majority of the models and training parameters. It then incrementally transfers smaller segments into the HBM through a process called swapping. Leveraging NAND flash technology, Phison's aiDAPTIV Plus gives organizations access to LLM training on commodity workstation hardware, making it easy to use and affordable. aiDAPTIV Plus is a hybrid solution with advanced software and hardware deployment. In addition to Adaptive Link and Adaptive Cache, Phison also provides a user-friendly GUI in its aiDAPTIV Plus Pro suite, making fine-tuning and inferencing with aiDAPTIV Plus a seamless end-to-end experience. The Pro Suite platform by Phison simplifies AI training by providing a user-friendly GUI with key functions that allow you to upload datasets, fine-tune configurations, monitor training progress, validate AI model performance, and conduct large-scale inferencing tasks. This intuitive tool streamlines the training process and allows users to leverage Phison's aiDAPTIV Plus technology effectively. Phison aiDAPTIV Plus is the ultimate turnkey solution for organizations looking to fine-tune LLM models inexpensively and privately on premises. Use aiDAPTIV Plus to scale the boundaries for your on-premises AI model fine-tuning, and not your budget. Large language models are transforming human communication with AI that can understand and generate text. With their natural language processing capabilities, these models are revolutionizing human-machine interactions and creating endless possibilities in many fields. However, training LLMs using a cloud platform makes your data accessible to platform providers, compromising your data privacy, and also with increasing amount of investments over time. To avoid making your data vulnerable, you could bypass the cloud and deploy your very own LLM training servers on premises. But this leads to another issue. An LLM model may require tens or even hundreds of billions of parameters to provide high-quality responses. That requires a serious number of graphics cards to accommodate. And as we all know, graphics cards are expensive. Existing premium solutions can cost up to millions of dollars. This financial barrier poses a significant obstacle for small and medium businesses, researchers, and diverse organizations looking to maximize the benefits of fine-tuned LLMs. The high costs can create financial strains and hinder people's capability for innovation and staying competitive in their respective fields. If we look at the technical side of things, what really drives the cost is the memory inside the cards called high bandwidth memory. HBM offers superior transmission bandwidth and performance, making it excellent for fast-paced caching transactions, but when it comes to models with billions of parameters, the dollar per gigabyte costs can really hurt. The amount of HBM many businesses and organizations can feasibly afford simply isn't enough to achieve high-level LLM fine-tuning with tens of billions of parameter counts. That's why Phison is introducing its aiDAPTIV Plus technology to help you scale your LLM training boundaries without increasing your budget. With aiDAPTIV Plus technology, Phison replaces costly HBM with adaptive cache, powered by the company's enterprise solutions brand Pascari. With Phison's proprietary middleware Adaptive Link, the GPU works with the HBM and adaptive cache seamlessly to provide optimal caching and storage capabilities. The adaptive cache effectively alleviates the burden on the HBM by storing the majority of the models and training parameters. It then incrementally transfers smaller segments into the HBM through a process called swapping. Leveraging NAND flash technology, Phison's aiDAPTIV Plus gives organizations access to LLM training on commodity workstation hardware, making it easy to use and affordable. aiDAPTIV Plus is a hybrid solution with advanced software and hardware deployment. In addition to Adaptive Link and Adaptive Cache, Phison also provides a user-friendly GUI in its aiDAPTIV Plus Pro suite, making fine-tuning and inferencing with aiDAPTIV Plus a seamless end-to-end experience. The Pro Suite platform by Phison simplifies AI training by providing a user-friendly GUI with key functions that allow you to upload datasets, fine-tune configurations, monitor training progress, validate AI model performance, and conduct large-scale inferencing tasks. This intuitive tool streamlines the training process and allows users to leverage Phison's aiDAPTIV Plus technology effectively. Phison aiDAPTIV Plus is the ultimate turnkey solution for organizations looking to fine-tune LLM models inexpensively and privately on-premises. Use aiDAPTIV Plus to scale the boundaries for your on-premises AI model fine-tuning, and not your budget.
Baik, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang Bapak Ibu, terima kasih atas kehadirannya dalam workshop siang kali ini yang akan membahas mengenai Unlocking Large Language Model for GenAI with Phison aiDAPTIV. Jika ada pertanyaan dapat disampaikan dalam kolom chat dan nanti akan kita bahas dalam sesi Q&A. Dapatkan door prize berupa voucher OPPO senilai Rp100.000 untuk 3 orang terpilih. Workshop ini didukung oleh Aptiknas, Asosiasi Pengusaha Teknologi Informasi dan Komunikasi Nasional, Event Cerdas, Komunitas Pembelajaran sejak tahun 2020, dan 521 Talenta, Platform Studi Mandiri dan Magang Bersertifikat. Di sini sudah ada Bapak Pangki Christian selaku Sekjen Aptiknas, founder Komunitas Event Cerdas dan 521 Talenta yang akan menyapa kita semua. Silakan Pak Pangki.
Baik, makasih Mbak Nurma. Selamat siang rekan-rekan semua. Terima kasih karena kita bisa bertemu kembali di dalam sesi kegiatan online kita di tiap Kamis ya. Dan kali ini memang membahas tentang satu hal menarik. Dan ini selalu kalau saya sebagai Sekjen Aptiknas dan juga sebagai Direktur Kolaborasi Indonesia Artificial Intelligence Society atau IAIS, ini selalu harus bicara bahwa implementasi AI itu harus mempertimbangkan banyak hal ya. Jadi satu yang pertama terkait dengan tadi sudah disampaikan di video ya. Biasanya urusannya dengan cost atau biaya yang harus dipersiapkan. Memang kita sudah lihat dalam 1 bulan ini ada banyak sekali sebetulnya software untuk bisa membangun ya sistem-sistem artificial intelligence ya seperti LLM dan juga lain sebagainya itu bahkan sudah ada yang versi open source-nya. Jadi teman-teman nanti bisa mencoba sendiri dan kalau teman-teman mengikuti berita banyak hardware kita bahkan di levelnya laptop saja sudah memiliki capability untuk bisa melakukan pemrosesan artificial intelligence. Tapi yang saya mau cerita adalah kecenderungan artificial intelligence itu nanti akan mengarahnya ke tempat kita sendiri atau edge AI ya, namanya edge AI. Nah, ini yang nanti harus dipersiapkan oleh teman-teman dan oleh karena itu pada waktu GMT atau Pak Hadi dan tim ini menyampaikan akan membawa solusi terkait dengan Phison, ataupun kita sebutnya AI box itu saya sangat tertarik ya, karena menurut saya AI itu pasti akan sangat spesifik untuk bisa menjawab challenge ataupun tantangan di tempat kita masing-masing, dan itu mungkin saja berbeda. Jadi tidak bisa kita bikin satu hal yang sama semua buat semua ya, karena kalau itu pasti cost-nya sangat besar sekali. Ya, teman-teman tahu mungkin kalau di implementasi yang large scale-nya artificial intelligence itu cost-nya sangat tinggi sekali ya. Tapi dengan adanya solusi seperti AI box seperti Phison ini tentu akan sangat membantu apabila kita ingin mengimplementasikan ya sesuai dengan kebutuhan kita masing-masing. Sekali lagi terima kasih untuk GMT untuk kesediaannya mengundang Phison, karena saya ingat tahun lalu waktu di Computex mereka juga ada dan disampaikan langsung launchingnya tahun lalu ya, dan baru hari ini bisa kejadian kita bisa bawa solusinya untuk kita introduce ke teman-teman semua. Thanks again, thank you for the Phison team that can join this event ya. Saya lagi teman-teman silakan nanti silakan bertanya juga dalam bahasa Indonesia nggak apa-apa. Nanti saya minta tolong bantuan Mas Aji di sini untuk bisa mengassist pertanyaan-pertanyaan dari teman-teman yang mungkin dalam berbahasa Indonesia, nanti kita translate ke Inggris untuk didiskusikan dengan para narasumber kita ya. Sekali lagi terima kasih. Saya nantikan juga teman-teman terus untuk mengikuti kegiatan kita dan tetap semangat sambil menjalankan ibadah puasa. Saya kembalikan dulu ke Mbak Nurma. Terima kasih.
Oke, terima kasih Pak Panci atas sambutannya. Langsung saja kita akan masuk ke dalam sesi workshop yang akan disampaikan oleh narasumber kita kali ini, yaitu dari Miss Emily House selaku Vice President Business Operasional My Storage Technology. Ada Mr. Fares Fahmi Helmi selaku AI Engineering dari My Storage Technology, dan Lau Kin Fong dari selaku AI Team Lead dari My Storage Technology. Screen is yours, Mr. Emily.
Hello, good afternoon. And thank you for the organizer for inviting us. Yes, so let me share my screen before I start. Yeah. Can you see?
Yes.
Yes.
Kim Fong, you're seeing the full screen, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let me start. So first of all, again, thank you so much. My name is Emily Howe, and together with me, I have Lau Kin Fong, our AI team lead, as well as Farizi, our AI engineer, to share with you this very exciting invention from Phison called aiDAPTIV Plus. So actually, this platform would actually help you to save costs and deliver the same effect and outcome, right, using actually lesser GPUs as well as a lower grade GPU. So before that, before I pass to Kin Fong, allow me to actually take a moment to introduce the Phison company background. All right. So Phison has been a global leader in NAND flash controller IC and storage solution. So the company actually started way back in year 2000. And if you see the picture on the left-hand side, right, that man is called Dato KS Phua. So he's Malaysian, but he started his company Phison in Taiwan. So in the past 25 years, he actually grew the company through to, you know, a very important so-called IC controller provider in the world. So today we have around like 4,000 employees, and a majority of them are actually in Taiwan. So when it comes to the market share, we ship around 600 million controller annually. So that means every 4 SSD shipped out globally, right? One of them is actually like having a Phison controller IC inside, right? And we are doing financially very healthy. So we achieve around $2 billion revenue on annual basis. And of course, this IC controller design business is actually very much R&D focused and intensive. So therefore, we pump back around 18 to 20% of our annual revenue back to the R&D. So that that innovations, right, would actually allow us to actually stay at the forefront of this global business in terms of the controller IC. So we have around 2,000 plus patents, actually all in-house. Yeah. So this is where we are. Phison, we are fabless. That means we only focus on the IC design, right? Once we have the chip design, we will pass it to TSMC, and then TSMC will fabricate the chip for us. And then on top of that, we do so-called firmware design. That means to cater for different industry needs, for different workflow or performance needs or security-wise. Yeah. So just a glimpse of, let's say, the NAND flash controller IC. So this gray color, so it's actually the controller IC itself. This is where we actually excel best. So the data is actually stored in NAND flash, but then this controller IC is actually the brain to control the information in and out. So how data is actually being read and written and also erased. So all those operation is controlled by this chip. Yeah. And also we can do customized workflow, right? Using custom design firmware to actually cater for different industry needs. So a very quick one about our milestones. We actually achieved many milestones in the past 25 years. So I just picked some of those to share with you quickly. So I mentioned the founder. One of the 5 founders, Dato' Kaspar, is always actually regarded as the father of the single chip USB thumb drive. Yeah. And our storage, right? The good thing is actually we've been to the Mars. We are actually, our storage actually used in the Mars rover. So, and also 2 weeks, if you actually like notice the news, actually, there's SkyCorp, actually they launch a lunar missions to the moon. So our storage has passed the NASA TRL-6 certifications. So our storage is actually being used for that lunar mission to be the first so-called data center on the moon, right? So we're very proud to share that news. And also we are the leader in so-called NAND controller for automotive. So nowadays, actually EVs basically requires many storage, right, in different parts of the vehicle. So we are the first NAND controller who received this certification. It's very difficult to get for automotive cybersecurity certification. Yeah. And also, we now have the world first PCIe Gen 5 128 Tera class data center SSD. It's ready for pre-order now. So now I'm coming to the topic of today, right? So this aiDAPTIV platform, I just want to share how this aiDAPTIV came into existence. So it's, during the COVID time, right? So COVID time is also, I think it's almost the same time whereby the open source came out with the large language model. Large language model basically is the backbone powering platform like ChatGPT, but that one is actually a closed source. All right, so nowadays you will see many open source large language models. So our engineers, one of the engineers in Taiwan, so he is a senior engineer responsible of writing firmware. Firmware basically is like lines and lines of code, you see. So this code, so he's thinking actually, can I teach Phison source code, and teach the large language model so that this large language model can help me to write code. So I don't have to write code from scratch, or I can do source code retrieval, just by asking the large language model. So he has this creative idea, but then he needs platform, he needs GPU, he needs server, right? So he actually put together a cost proposal and he went to Dato' Cas he was saying, hey boss, I need to buy this much of like maybe 18H100 graphic card. Then it actually costs around like 1.5 million US dollar. So then the boss, of course, like without thinking, twice, he said, hey, it's very expensive, no money, please go back. So then he got rejected, but he didn't give up. So he's thinking, actually, how can I actually make use of our so-called SSD, right? And also we can write the middleware to see how we can extend this like VRAM and pack it the large language model, while it's processing onto the SSD. So therefore, actually, it came about the aiDAPTIV platform. He made it, he showed it to DatoCast, and then he got all the so-called the best brain within the company to start this development. So a year plus later on, last year we launched it. At GTC. So now we are heavily promoting it, and it's available commercially to support large language model fine-tuning. All right. So on top of it, we also actually developed ProSuite. ProSuite, basically, it's a software stack on top of the middleware as well as the SSD, the AI100. So to support many workflows, including, you will see later on, Kin Fong will show you the microservices. So we are very exciting actually at this point of time. So without further ado, okay, just one last point actually, I want to talk about, when Donald Trump actually took office, and then in January, he basically announced he wants to set limitation and a constraint to all the advanced AI chip exports to outside of US. All right. So unfortunately, Malaysia, Indonesia, I understand we fall under the tier 2. That means we will get limited number of GPU, and maybe we will have limitation in terms of accessing to those high-end so-called GPU, the AI chip. So then what do we do about it? So definitely it's gonna actually hinder our so-called development in AI. So within the country, but then the good news is I mentioned aiDAPTIV invention. It can actually reduce the reliance on very high-end GPU to achieve the same thing. In this case, large language model fine-tuning, let's say for 7TB or 405B, or even the latest, let's say the DeepSeek model. So we can actually do that at the lesser cost, right? So that's all I want to share with you quickly. I would like to hand over to Farizi. So he will explain actually what this aiDAPTIV platform is about. And then Kin Fong will talk about microservices and some of the applications demo. Yep. So I'll stop sharing. Kin Fong and Farizi.
So let me share my screen first. All right. So everyone can see?
Yes, okay.
All right. So thank you, Emily, and good evening, everyone. Okay, so let me start talking about artificial intelligence first. So artificial intelligence. So AI is a very big topic. Okay, so it all started with machine learning. So this machine learning, so it consists of mathematical equation models, basically. So for example, like linear regression model. So it uses YMX plus C equation, and then it dives into deep learning. So deep learning, it consists of multiple neural network layers that try to simulate human brain, try to act as if it is a human brain. Then next, we dive into GenAI. So currently, GenAI, we are trying to use it for it to create content, to generate content. For example, you are trying to generate text or image or audio or like video or source code. So you can use it however you want. And if you want to use it, then you would have to use AI application. So on the right there, you can see that the AI application is divided into two major parts, which is the open source and the closed source models. So the open source models, you can see there's DeepSeek and Llama by Meta, and also there's Chen by Alibaba. And for closed source, there's ChatGPT by OpenAI, there's Cloud by Anthropic, and there's Microsoft Copilot. So you can choose whatever model that you want that would suit your specific use case, and you can apply it to your daily lives. Right, so let me go into deeper. Right, so aiDAPTIV. So this is our solution to do GenAI training that is on premise. So like Emily said just now, from the engineers, they want to have their own model, but it is too expensive, and they have managed to go to this solution, which is aiDAPTIV, aiDAPTIV, which is much more cheaper, and you can train a larger model now. All right, so we here at MyStorage and Phison, so we mainly focus on the open source model. And the open source model, we mainly target the smaller size models. For example, DeepSeek, you have the 600B model, but we usually take the distilled model, the smaller model, for example, the 70B, the 8B models, and then we fine tune it. So when we fine tune, meaning that we teach the model with the dataset. So we are doing the fine tuning on premise with your private dataset. So your private dataset is not going to the cloud service providers or anything. And now once the training has finished, now you have a specialized model. And this specialized model, you can use to your own use case. For example, you train it using the HR policies dataset. So this HR policy dataset is private, and you have trained this model. And after you have trained it, now you have a chatbot. You can create a chatbot with this model. So, and now your staffs, for example, can just ask common HR questions to the chatbot and not disturbing your HR. Okay, so next is this groundbreaking. So basically on the left here, you can see if you want to fine-tune a Llama 70B model. Previously, you would require 18H100, like Emily said just now. So this is very expensive. But for our solution, we change up the architecture. So we only require 4 GPUs and 2 SSD. So basically, how do we do this? We extend the memory from the GPU to the SSD by using the middleware. So this middleware, it will decide which layer of the neural network to be loaded into the SSD and which part of the neural network to be swapped into the GPU. So all of this, when it is done, we have saved the cost by 90%. So you only pay like 5 to 10% compared to the left solution there, which is 18H100. So our solution is very cost effective, and you can train the same model now. Okay, so next page. So here, the pre-trained AI models. So here is the workflow of you trying to fine-tune the model. So first, you choose a pre-trained AI model. So as I said earlier, there's a lot of models, and you should choose based on your problems that you are trying to solve. For example, if you have mathematics problems, then you should choose DeepSeek due to its reasoning capabilities, right? So yeah, so you choose a good pre-trained AI model, then you do fine-tuning using aiDAPTIV. So this, you train it with your private dataset, and now you have a very specialized model. So this specialized model can be used as a chatbot. You can use it for code assistant or conversational AI, or even customer support. Yep. And next, so yeah, so this middleware. So middleware is the platform that you will be using to fine-tune your own model. So this middleware, we support a lot of models. So for example, if you want to use your use case will require some audio to be used. So then we support Whisper. You can use Whisper model. If you want to deal with images, then you can use Llama Vision. So this shows that we support a lot type of models, because our team in AI, the AI team in Taiwan, they are working day and night to make sure that all the new models are being supported in the middleware. For example, the DeepSeek, they released during Chinese New Year, so our engineers there, they had to work day and night to make sure that our middleware will support the DeepSeek. Okay, I think I will pass to Kim Fong.
Right, thank you, Farzi. Screen. So, can you see my screen? I'm looking at ProSuite now.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So, yep. yeah, just now Farizi mentioned about middleware. So middleware basically is a command prompt that actually can fire a command, and then you get into your models and your data sets, and you start fine-tuning. The output is fine-tuned models. But what I'm showing you now is actually ProSuite. It's another layer called no codes. We call it LLM ops, where you can actually start doing fine-tuning by just clicking on the portal, and all these are hosted in your on-prem server. So what happened here is we will have multiple functions. We have functions called Adaptive Guru. This Guru actually allows you to upload your PDF files, your files, and then it actually help you to prepare data sets. And with that data sets ready, you can actually have a look over here in a moment. So yeah, this is all these Q&A pairs, question and answer pairs, automatically generated based on the data sets you uploaded. And then with this, you can actually go to the fine-tuning page and start fine-tune your models. And when it started, you can see this is what happening. It's actually going through your data set and tune this particular models. Now I'm running a Llama 3.2 models, and then you can monitor the loss being reduced, and then the model are learning through time and learning your data sets. At the end of it, you can actually get a model ready that is fine-tuned models. Then you can actually use this model to build applications, to build. The easiest one is an inference. So this is a use case how we actually can chat with the model directly in this particular ProSuite UI. So all these are within premises. And what more? What more is actually this? So just now I show you an applications that can actually fine-tune a model, and you can get a fine-tuned model for your local use case. But more than that, we actually want to look at applications. How do you use these models to really solve the real-world issues? I'm a manufacturing company that I want to utilize. How actually can integrate it into my logistics system, my quality assurance systems. So that's where the application come in. It's not just staying at chatbot level. I mean, chatting with it, just giving answers doesn't really solve issues. And that's where we go into agentic AI. So ProSuite 2.1, we are talking about agentic. So at the left side, we have all kind of front end. We can have line bot, you can have WhatsApp, Telegram, or a portal chatbot, or email interface. Through API, you are actually reaching to ProSuite, reaching to our internal services. Then backend is actually a very large agentic AI workflow. We call it DeFi. Then this DeFi internally have small agents. So over here, there are some agents that we actually built to actually utilize the platform. Like the simplest one, the LLM agents, where they allow you to inference to fine-tune models. Also using that, you can actually do an attachment analysis. You can attach a PDF and then actually start to get ask question on it. Document generations, we generate PDF files, we generate document files. I will do some showcase later. KMS, your knowledge management system. This is where on-prem actually come into picture, where you have so many private data. You have your like healthcare, we will have the patient's information. Like manufacturing, we have our order list, our quality assurance reports. All these are very sensitive, and it should stay on-prem. So knowledge management come into the picture to actually consolidate all this information. And just now, Farizi actually mentioned about multi-modals. I mean, now the world actually evolved on GenAI more than just text. There are visions, there are voice, and moreover, in between multi-modals actually work each other. So voice modules are coming into pictures. In this particular use case, like minutes of meetings. So where in the minutes in the meetings, you can store the voice files, and then you actually get this platform to help you to generate a minutes of meeting. Then that's the final one that is actually very interesting is text-to-SQL. There are so many database out there, and those database are private and it should actually store very sensitive information. What if we can actually let AI agents to reach those data and retrieve important information, actually do good analytics based on that? Let me jump into real demo on this. So over here, I will show you, this is a device, this is a Pursuit 2.1. I have few use case currently. So like here, I will say generate a PowerPoint with 10 slides explaining how DeepSeek can create models. What happened behind is, let me try to download the model, the PPT. What happened behind is when I ask these questions, it go website and search multiple data and try to understand how DeepSeek can actually achieve good result with low cost, and then it actually do chunking to make sure it actually reach into a slides. Then it generate the slide specs directly. And over here, we actually can have the slides in multiple classification sections, and then also it can generate some image based on the visions model. So yeah, all these are done within on-prem and using the servers that we have. And then yeah, some use cases that I did is like, help me to plan 5 days of itinerary to Taiwan. And again, I have a slides here. Some use case like Farizi said, we have actually a lot of firmware engineers and engineers writing code. So you can say, oh, help me to write a C code in binary search, and you can get the codes. Then just now I mentioned about document summary. So like I have a very big files, this private file that I have in my enterprise. I want to summarize, so I can actually attach here and do that. So yep. Over here, I want to bring the awareness also. I know a lot of us actually doing stuff with ChatGPT and Gemini. So we are actually exposing quite a lot of things outside to actually, those are sensitive and data should be owned by us. So yep. Let me go into more multi-modal use cases. So yeah, over here I have actually we built a use cases called CCTV analyzers. Basically, we actually have a footage. Yeah, this is some videos we get that have this views frame. Then I actually upload it this MP4 the video and say describe what is happening in the videos. With this, we are using this DeFi framework to actually process the videos and also using multi-models. So over here, behind here, we have visions models that understand video frames, the audio models that understand the voice line, and with the LLM models that understand both and do summarizations. So you see over here, you can see visual context. From vision, you can see roadside, you can see indoor, we can see tense interaction. There are some fighting, confrontations. Then yeah, then with that, we actually can have more summarizations, and then we can use follow-up questions. What is the scene? Where is the scene happening? And then also next one, based on this, based on the clips, is it safe for kids to under 13 to watch this? So yeah, the LLM actually can reply saying it's tense, and then confrontations. It will not be able to save for 13 under 13 age under to watch it. So this is a use case of utilizing multi-model to analyze footage. What is the real use case? There's a possibility on like CCTV monitoring, lift, all the lifts going down up the buildings, and there's a lot of privilege. Could we actually alert when aggressiveness happening, or there are some issues happening? So that is very open to the real world use case. Let me show you another one that is more on text-to-SQL. So yeah, we have some problem statements here. It's like there are a lot of data stored in ERP database, but to actually reach it, you have to write SQL day to day to actually build it. We kind of build a workflow to directly reach it. So over here you can see, show me how many orders was late to deliver to customers. Just by this language itself, I generate a query, and then I hit the database and actually showed, oh, there's 11 orders that are late for customers. More about that. Can you use a pie chart to illustrate the order count by regions? Sorry, I should actually do this. Yeah. Yeah, so over here, it actually generate SQL and then go into the database and start showing me by regions what is the order count. more than that. So yeah, a bit more the difficult kind of complex theory. What is the profit of each product in March 2025? So yeah, you can also see here at the right side, at the left side, it's a very complex theory that's written by the code model. We have a models for just that understand SQL code. And then at the right side, after the data is out, the agents actually know how to analyze the data and actually generate a chart from here. So all these are done with agentic AI in DeFi. Yeah, what is the trend count between this? So yep, that's a few use case over here. Let me directly jump into DeFi over here. So yep. So over here, that this is DeFi. This is where we actually have a framework to build all kinds of workflows. So yeah, we have built quite a few, like the ERP Text-to-SQL. This is how it looks like. Let me go through a quick one. So you can actually build workflows and then doing logics in it. Inside that, it could be a code that actually do agentics use cases, and then training multiple language models, training multiple multi-model visions and such with these workflows. I have a last but not least one more use case. This is actually a use case on the banking side. So let's say I'm a relation managers that want to upsell customers. I will need to actually draft me some talking point to this customer, and particularly the selector is actually this Muhammad Ali. The first thing actually can be done is directly go to the customer relations management system. The CRM management system is a database. I can query back this customer's spending behavior, financial health, all the data are being stored. Those are very private data. The bank would not be able to actually expose them out, and it's very internal. Then with this, we can actually profile the customers and recommend products to this particular customer. Okay, this customer actually need unit trusts, bonds, some credit cards. Then actually, I can get the LLM to help me to start preparing talking points. It's a luxury reward, earn cashback, and then investment alignment, luxury. So yeah, it kind of understand the profile of the customers and what products are fitted towards this kind of customers on the recommendation system. And yep, this is also one of the last but not least of the use case that we actually built to utilize Pursuit 2.1.0, DeFi, and multi-models for these scenarios. So yep, that's all I could show today. I mean, thank you for your time. I mean, can we actually move into Q&A?
Oke, thank you Miss Emily, Pak Reji, and Kiva. Kita akan masuk ke dalam sesi Q&A yang akan dipandu oleh Mas Haji.
Okay, we have a question from our audience. So in my list, I have several questions. The first one is from Pak Ari Cahyono. What is the difference between Phison aiDAPTIV with other AI solution? Maybe Miss Emily or Parisifami or can you answer?
Infong, you want to take that?
Sure. Okay, what's the difference between adaptive solutions and others? So first, adaptive solutions from Phison is actually more towards affordable. We're actually looking at affordable. We reduce the requirement of a GPU to fine tune the models. And another key point is on premise. So a lot of the markets are actually looking at cloud solutions that are on AI, but we are very focused on prem. Yeah, I think that is on my part. Emily, anything you want to add on? Good. All right.
Okay, thank you, Kim. For maybe Mr. Ari, you have satisfied with the answer from you. So the next question is from Mr. Gunardi. Gunardi is have a question. can you explain how the edge computing enables real-time data processing without relying on a central server?
Interesting. So, I mean, on this part, it's actually also the trend of the GenAI solutions. Going forwards, the models getting smaller and smaller. So they are not only large language models, they are medium and small. A lot of them are talking about SLM, small language models, and those models are very suitable for edge computing, but they are not as smart. But then for very specialized use case, you can actually fine-tune the model to particular use case. Agriculture, maybe you can have an edge computing to understand about agricultures or manufacturing. So that is how we see going forward. And another thing is actually robotic. Robots will be dominating soon in the world, and you will see robots come into the pictures, but they are not connected. They should not be connected everywhere. So they will need to have that knowledge and artificial intelligence within that understand the missions, and that is where fine-tuning come into the picture. Sorry, Ajay, you are on mute.
Okay, can you hear us?
Yep.
Okay, Kinfong. Another question is from Mr. Sekabudin. How can the aiDAPTIV be integrated with the existing infrastructure, and what the potential technical challenges for the maybe arise during the implementation?
Very interesting questions. Yeah, on integrations. I mean, we from Phison and MyStorage actually see that is an opportunity where currently a lot of language models are just online, and it's not really integrated to the edge or the pain point of it. So what we actually provide is a platform, and what we need on top is actually services, solutions. We can actually go all the way towards the pain point of each of the industry and implement through what I showed just now called a agentic framework to customize the agents to really solve your problem.
Okay, this is good insight from you, because maybe the potential technical will be used for this, and on the technical challenges will be solved. So the next question is from Pak Eko. This is sorry, Pak Teguh Eko. This is from Pak Teguh Eko. The question is, can it purchase through the distributor in Indonesia, and what is the distributor, and what is the software is bundled with maybe another solution?
So yes, you can purchase the so-called, there are actually like two parts. One is actually the hardware with embedded middleware and the AI 100 inside. Of course, on top of it, very importantly, is actually the Pro Suite, which all the microservices on top. And of course, also you need like a developer or a system integrator to put together a solution. Of course, we have the platform for you to actually prepare the data for the fine-tuning process, and then you would have your trained model to support the inference and all the vertical applications need. And but if you do need, let's say, solutions to cater for many business process, right, that you may require actually training different microservices to achieve like a certain outcome, like what Kim Fong actually showed it to you just now. So then we would then recommend the right so-called partner for you, because there are different level of needs. One is actually they just want a fine-tuning machine, right, to come up with a trained model. And some actually, there may be like more solution-based requirements. So just let us know. So what we do is actually our team, Kin Fong and Farizi, would help to understand your requirement. Then we will give you the recommendation as in what hardware model is actually required to perform fine-tuning for certain models, right, that you're looking at to serve different vertical so-called application needs. Yeah. So I think we will help you with the, the requirement discovery first. Then we will then recommend the right partner to you. Sorry, a rather long answers here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Emily, for the answer. So the next question is from Mr. JJ. This how does Phison adaptive is utilize machine learning algorithms to optimize SSD performance? Is maybe it's technical, yeah. This is what technical.
How does Phison Technology utilize machine learning to optimize SSD performance? Okay, I think it's the other way around. So we are utilizing the SSD knowledge that we have to reduce the cost needs to fine-tune the generative AI models, and with that we actually kind of improve increase the possibility of everyone to approach to fine-tune the generative AI models. I hope I answered the question.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Next question is from Mr. Bram Medelu. Okay, this is any effect to the storage management or the maybe the access to the chip storage. This is the solution. This is any effect for the storage or server management.
Okay, I mean for this particular case, actually the adaptive solutions come with another hardware than the existing OSs. So it's actually additions on top of the existing servers. We will actually have multiple form factors. So we have M.2 and U.2 form factors that actually plug in, and then you can actually utilize our software to do fine tuning. It's an add-on than just the existing OS.
Okay, this is the next question is, can AI adaptive lock the potential of the other LLMs, and if so, how can the locking mechanism be explained technically? So this is very interesting question, I think.
In some sense, I think what I understand about locking is after you fine tune the model, is the model locked? From us, our motive is actually allow everyone to use the models. So if you get the machines, you get the models fine-tuned, and that's yours. The model are not locked. You can actually get the model out and do inferences any place. So we have no policy to lock the models on this case.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Kim, for this from I don't know, this name is not this from Ibnu, Mr. Ibnu, yeah. Okay, the next question is from Pak Muhammad Ridwan. This if the result of the fine tuning with a small dataset professional knowledge not yield as a significant improvement in model performance, what are the possible main costs and how can be addressed?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. I mean, we face this kind of issues when data sets is not a lot, and then still you actually want to do that. There are a few methodology. One is actually try to increase the data set, get more data set if you can. If not, then we actually have to be using something called RAG and fine-tune models. So with that, actually, we actually point the data towards more sensitive data, and that will actually provide a better outcome combining fine-tuned models and RAG. And that's it can happen within ProSuite itself. We are utilizing that techniques.
Okay, this Okay, this the next question is from okay, this Pak Wanto. Is from Pak Wanto. How the AI adaptive due to the system monitoring in our infrastructure?
Ah, mati.
Okay, I repeat. How the adaptive is do the solution through for the system monitoring, the network monitoring.
Solution for system monitoring. I think it's more towards how we can actually monitor multiple systems using adaptive, and then one way is actually collecting data, getting all this data into a place, and then we use the models to understand the data, and using that to actually solve some analytic issues, analytic problems with agentic AI again to actually reach the pain point of it. Yeah.
Okay, the last question is from Ayah Listen. This how does Phison AI adaptive leverage hybrid hardware and software solution to optimize the training of large language model, and what are the implications of the scalability and low latency for the small and medium enterprise? So maybe the LLM's impact, yeah, this is, I think.
Okay, the scalability and how the solutions actually fine-tune the model. So yep, there's a few things. So how a build is actually on microservices. So it could be very good in scaling, and another way also to scale is the machines that servers that we actually support. You get a 4-cast, and later you can get an 8-cast good scale. And going forward, talking about scalability, we actually are looking into something with more advanced scaling, like Kubernetes platform. So that will actually go into multi-nodes and clusters use cases. And that is the roadmap of the futures on adaptive solutions.
Okay, thank you for the answering those questions, and Mr. Emily, thank you for this answering also. So I will back to Mbak Nurma as a moderator for the next session. Okay, go ahead, Mbak Nurma, silakan.
Oke, terima kasih Mas Haji sudah memandu dalam sesi Q&A. Thank you Emily, Kitfong, and Pareji for answer. Baik Bapak Ibu, sebelum saya mengumumkan 3 orang terpilih pemenang voucher OVO dan mendengarkan closing statement dari Emily, kita akan foto-foto bersama-sama terlebih dahulu. Mohon untuk dapat menyalakan kameranya. Bentar, saya tunggu ketiga. 1, 2, 3, sebentar. Baik, thank you. Oke, Emily, please closing statement-nya.
Yeah, Pak Norman, can you repeat again?
Yeah, please closing statement.
The closing statement.
Oh, closing statement. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I'd like to really thank you again and all for your time and attending this webinar. So we are very honored and very happy. And of course, after this, we'd like to hear more from you, especially your requirements. So we will be working with the local partner who is actually organizing this and to support you. So please do reach out. So we hope to actually hear from you again. Thank you so much.
Oke, thank you Emily. Oke, baik. Bapak Ibu, saya akan mengumumkan 3 orang terpilih pemenang voucher OVO. Yang pertama itu ada Pak Gunardi. Ada Pak Gunardi? Pak Gunardi.
Ya, Pak Nurma.
Ya, selamat ya Pak. Yang kedua Pak Wanto. Ada Pak Wanto?
Ada Bu.
Selamat ya Pak Wanto. Dan yang terakhir Pak JJ. Ada Pak JJ? Pak JJ.
Ada.
Selamat ya Pak JJ.
Iya, makasih.
Selamat kepada 3 orang terpilih pemenang voucher OVO dan nanti akan kami hubungi setelah acara ini selesai. Terima kasih Bapak Ibu atas partisipasinya. Thank you Emily, Pak Reji, and Info. Kita bertemu di workshop kita selanjutnya. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you semuanya. Terima kasih. Sampai jumpa.
Sampai jumpa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you Kifron. Thank you Miss Emily.
Izin pamit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Very
Thank
happy
you.
to. Bye.
Bye.
Oke.
Thank you.